How's it going, everybody? CityZilla here with another episode of City Skylines, and in this episode we are going to be building out this nice little peninsula right here with our zoo. Yes, this is the episode we are finally going to do it. We've been talking about it for a few episodes, and I'm actually really excited about it. I've been kind of playing around with some different ideas, and I think what I settled on is going to be good, and so let's go ahead and jump right into it. And so what I'm thinking is I want to try and make it kind of symmetrical with this outside road. I think it's a really good opportunity for us to do that, and I think it's going to look really good when it's done, and so I want to try and pay attention to that. The first thing I want to do is remove all these trees because we're going to come back through and actually landscape it all ourselves. And there's no reason to just build on top of it all. Whenever you build on top of it, the game still counts it, and so it still kind of bogs your system down, especially if you hide a ton of trees. Like say we were just to build all over this, well, the game still counts for every tree in there. And so first off, we are going to extend our little entrance, and I kind of wish this was straight, but I think it would be better to just go off this road rather than try to go straight in the middle of this. And so that's what we're going to do. I want to utilize a nice little 4-lane road, and then I'm not going to go too far up, but I do want to create kind of like a little oval about. I think that would be good. We'll just go one down, and we'll come up here and we'll go one over, and then we'll come back down, and then we'll connect it. And that way it's a nice little entrance, but it also allows us some room on each side to do probably some parking lots. And then I do want to make this level with this street. I really don't want them having to climb up a huge hill just to get to the entrance of the zoo. And then I also want to come through here and actually level all this out. I think this is going to be important. We can come back through later and possibly do some hills or something, but for the actual build out process I want it all to be level. So there you go. I think that's pretty much everything, and I think it is pretty close to level over here. Yeah, we're good. And so I could go through and delete all the rocks too. I don't think it's a huge deal. I do want to go into our slope tool though and decrease this and right click on the desired height and then actually just slope down some nice little locations for some side gates. So I think that's good, and we'll probably do one back here. I think this is going to be good. Yeah, there we go. And so we need to, first off, come into our paint part tool since we didn't do this middle section. And I think what I'm going to do, so we'll go from this road, we'll come over, and then I think I'm going to do from the outside of this road over here because we want to be able to put entrances in, and I think it's going to be really important for us to do that. And because we don't have any of the nature reserve assets right there, it's not a huge deal. We're not really losing. So we got that in, and now we need to come in and do our entrances. And so we'll come over to our park and plaza tab and hit zoo and do the zoo main gate. And I want this to be in the middle, it looks like. So I'm going to place it and then actually use the move it tool because I do want it to be centered as much as possible. I think that's pretty close. I don't know if we're going to get it perfect, but I think that's close to perfect. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Maybe just a little bit more that way. Yeah, there you go. And so we are going to put our side gates on those slopes. So first off, we need to figure out where they are. So one's right here, and come in and put that guy right there. And then I think our next one was right there. Where was this? Yep, right there. Okay, and so we definitely need to come through here and just soften these up a little bit more. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to actually get anything in here. Bam. There we go. Looking pretty good. And so now what we'll do is the path network. What I was thinking is doing something cool where maybe we'll go from this guy. So I wanted to do a bridge over this because I thought it would be really cool to do kind of over the entrance. Yeah, I think that's going to look great. And if you don't use Anarchy, you can still do it. It's just got to be a little bit taller. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 6 out. Yeah, there you go. We'll come in 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And then we're just going to bring these guys all the way to the edge. There you go. And so what I'm thinking is we'll have this path actually go all the way around the outside because it's going to kind of provide some opportunities for views maybe. I don't know if that's going to be something that they're going to be able to get because I think we are putting in trees. But the option's there if we decide to take that route, and so... Okay, so then now what I'm thinking is we'll come in here and just make this guy straight for now, for all of them. And then I want each of them to have a little bit of an entrance. Oh, there we go. I think that looks really good. Perfect. I don't think we'll do that same thing just because that's going to be the entrance, so to have that little oval about would probably be good. But I do think we will come in here, put in a couple of these guys. Yeah, I like that. I like how it does the walls too, so it's almost like you're climbing up to the plazas. I think that looks pretty good, and so we're going to end up following that same kind of plan, and I want it to be a similar distance. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. I've done that. We did that over here with our other zoo where we did the entrance. Actually, it was raised up, but I think we dropped it back down. And so, oh man, look at this. What's happening? There's copters everywhere. Luckily, the water's right there, but man, this is... Our entire campground is just burning. This is terrible. Luckily, we came over here and looked at this because this is something that we would have definitely missed. This whole thing is burning. So let's see. Hopefully they evacuated everybody. Oh man, they're still like, look at this guy. He's biking through this. Man, he is, talk about extreme. I think these people are still camping too. There's somebody, oh yeah. Look, he's just sitting there. He is bold. I don't know if I do that. Create a nice area over here as well. Maybe we can fit these guys. You know what? I think we'll go. And then we will actually just extend this out a little bit farther. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. And then we will do this guy. There we go. And then I think we're going to follow a similar methodology for these. But we'll see. We might end up getting it up there and maybe it doesn't show up quite the same way. No, I don't think we'll end up, because I'd rather it be even than to actually be stuck into this. Yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah, there we go. And so now we got three pretty nice little entrances. On this side, I do want to do some of these little cafes and then the souvenir shop. So I think we'll create maybe like a little main street. Yeah, because I really like it when you come to theme parks and stuff like this. And the first thing you see is kind of like almost a little city kind of. That's kind of funny. I mean, it's best for the actual theme park because they make more money the more they sell to you. But I like the whole aesthetic of it rather than the capitalistic side of it. Nice. I think that looks pretty good. And then we could even come through here and do a little back road. I think that would be smart. I think it would be a little more professional. Yeah, I think this would be good. There we go. And that way, I mean, there's some shopping. You can kind of walk around, and then you can get into the zoo from there, which is actually going to... Now, I want to create little areas for our animals. So our first one, moose and reindeer enclosure. I think this would be really cool. Actually, you know what? I want to do the... So birdhouse... And then I believe the reptile, yeah. So we'll do these kind of built in on the sides. And so I think it would be smart for us to... Yeah, there we go. So we'll do that, and then let's just put... I think this is going to be good. Nice, so we got our first animal park in here, and we're going to come through and decorate everything after we start laying down some more animals. Maybe we could even fit the reptile zoo and the birdhouse over here. Let's go ahead and see if we can fit that in, because I think that could be even smarter. Yeah, you know what? Because then we can fit something big over there, which would be cool. Yeah, there you go. And then I do want to do some paths around them. There we go. Go like that. Go like that. Actually, just go like that. I think we'll bring this up a notch so we can get rid of this little in-between guy. Because my goal is for us to actually come in and create the little gazebos in here and stuff so that people can actually come while they're attending the zoo, have lunch with their family instead of just the little benches that they provide. I think it just looks a lot better when you use park assets as well. And so we'll come through here and let's see about creating a nice space over here. So we got the moose and reindeer enclosure, which actually looks like it would fit great right here. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, there you go. And then what I'm thinking is we'll actually have our little safari come through here, drive through. Actually, maybe this isn't the greatest one. We'll have to come back through. So antelope enclosure. This one's on the smaller side. Bison, that's a little bigger. Flamingo, elephant's bigger, and I know these ones are really big. The giraffe, the monkey. Monkey's, I think, an enclosed one. And then the rhino, and then the lion. I know the lion one's huge too. So we'll do the flamingo one over here. Maybe we'll even do the flamingo off the back side of this, since it is kind of the enclosed ones. Maybe we'll just come in here. Yeah, there you go. I think that looks great with all these right here. It's going to be a nice little area. And then let's look at what we got else. So antelope, this guy's on the smaller side. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It's like a little petting zoo almost. It might even be. Yeah, it is a little petting zoo. So you can actually go in and kind of hang out with the antelope. Whereas these ones are more like your traditional pens, zoo pens. Okay, so we don't have the bison one. Because what did we do over there? We did one of the bigger ones. Did we do, yeah, the moose and reindeer. So we got moose and reindeer, we got bird, we have antelope. Bison would be good. Would have maybe been smart to put the antelope over here. Let's see if we can finagle that in. There you go. And then we can put the bison up here. This is what I was thinking. There we go. We'll put some landscaping in there and make it look real nice. I don't know if we're going to connect up too many of these guys, but I think maybe if we do like some little camping areas in there or little gazebos like what I was saying before, I think that'd be really good. We still do need to leave a lot of room, and that's why I'm not expanding too far in the other direction. I think maybe if we do the elephant one right there, that could be good. Maybe we'll actually do it on this side. Let's place it down so we can look at it. Okay, so there are multiple buildings. It's hard to tell what the entrance is. So maybe we will build another little guy like we did on the other side. I don't know if I like that. Alright, so I went ahead and finished out a bunch of this section. I've been kind of waiting to reach our last and final unlock. We are only about to reach the level 3 on this one, but on our other zoo I actually dropped the price all the way down to free. Basically just come to the zoo, everybody please, and we've been really growing quite a bit. It's kind of in an obscure location though, it's not really accessible. This is definitely an area that we still need to work on and put some residential in, because it's only trickling in, and it's kind of funny. We could even possibly reach level 5 on our other zoo before this one. I don't think we will, but just based off of how many visitors are coming to it, it's definitely a possibility. But we're getting there, and we're just trying to reach level 5 so we can place the last little bits in. And so while we're waiting, there's a couple little things that I wanted to do. But I wanted to kind of go over some of the things that I did. So I put in these little gazebos. I finished out the network. I ended up kind of moving the antelope enclosure around because it just wasn't symmetrical and it was kind of bothering me a little bit. I wanted things to flow and kind of make sense, and I really like how we did these little avenues with the trees. And then I just put in some of the natural trees in the region next to the gazebos. I thought that it would look really nice. And we still need to do something with this area, but I want to work on our parking. And so first thing I want to do is come over here and create a nice little bridge, because I was kind of watching people just cross over, and this would definitely be an area that you would want to have a bridge in. So yeah, there you go. And now, I mean, was the bridge really needed? Not really, but it does take the people out of the road, which is important. And so now, if people need to go this direction, they can still walk that way. But if they want to come over to the zoo, they can just come up this way, which I think is really smart. It kind of does suck they have to walk all the way around, but I think it's just part of it. And so for this little middle section, I thought it'd be nice if we did some of these colored trees. I really like doing colored trees when we can, but then we'll probably just do some bushes around the outside, give it some contrast. Maybe we'll come into spacing and actually drop it down to like 5. And we need to be on bushes. Yeah, there you go. Just a little better, a little tighter. But then it actually looks pretty nice too. We could probably come in and actually put in, let's maybe put in those little sugar maples in between them. I think that could look good. I mean, you guys know I like putting these trees in whenever we can. I really like these trees. I think they just look so good. They're very clean. They're like well manicured. Hey, you know what? I think that looks like a grand entrance. And then what I'm thinking for this side, for these two sides, is 2 parking lots. Because it is a zoo, parking lots would be a pretty big part of this, and so I think it's smart for us to just get so much stuff under parking. So we'll do the filler road, we'll do the big parking lots. think that looks really good. I really like how this turned out. This whole middle section's kind of like a park. We got our metro. We got just rocks everywhere. I think this is the only one that just doesn't match. You can see we're having not enough customer issues. We probably still need to do another expansion. We just have so much leisure space. And so we can put some trees around the outside too. And I think we will use just the standard one that we've been using, but we'll increase the spacing. Yeah, I think it's like a nice little wall, and then we could leave this side empty. Maybe it's like a lookout. Maybe we'll just, I mean, because it has trees. I mean, a part of me wants to just leave it empty so that you would be able to see everything. But then a part of me also wants to kind of close it off a little bit. Maybe we can just do some smaller trees. Yeah, we could do these guys all the way around, and then keep the spacing. We will go to 10. I mean, you know what? They would still be able to see through it. It just would make the area a little cleaner. Yeah, you know what? I like that. It still leaves room to where you could see, but it's kind of a little bit of a barrier for the area too. And I like how we even came down this. And I could put some foliage on this guy. I think having the actual cliff face though would probably be more natural. Maybe like some overgrowth. That could be good. Let's just see how it looks. Yeah, I think it cleans it up quite a bit. It does block the little bit of this sidewalk, but these people are just roughing it. I didn't realize that they walked on the dirt. I guess I should have known, but looks like we're having crime problems. Probably need some police over here. It'd probably be good to have all of our services over here, actually. I'm really surprised I didn't think about that. Get rid of one of each of these and put in our services. I think that would be smart. There you go. And then so now they would have access to the park. It does kind of ruin our whole look over here, but maybe we could have put them on the side instead of having them right there. I think maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll actually put them on the main road. Yeah, we'll bring back our zoning. Alright, so I waited and waited for quite a while for us to finally reach level 5. And it was kind of funny, it was a little bit of a race between our new zoo right here, which is just pumping customers. I honestly think we may, yeah, we're pretty close, 2,000 visitors away. But then this guy had finally reached it. Oh, now he's at 12,000. So this is actually getting some steam now that it's free. I mean, you can pretty much just go. People are still spending money on probably buying stuff, but it's way more crowded than it ever was. And it's just because of the location. It's kind of tucked in the back. It's just not super convenient. Whereas this one, because the metro line's right here, we got the hotels. Like, this is kind of the centerpiece, and so it just works out a little better. While I was waiting, though, I did kind of have a cool idea. I was trying to think of what we could do here, because initially I wanted to do that little safari park, but I don't think the space is big enough. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool to get, this water acid in here. And I was like, I just don't really know how we're going to do that. And so What I was thinking would be cool is if we could figure out a way to get this like right here. And I think if we did like some canals or something, we could probably figure it out. But I did want to place the last couple pieces first so we could kind of see where we're at with space. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I want to kind of follow the same idea that we have. So we're going to do this. Hey, you know what? That looks a little better. I think it was just the angle. It didn't really fit super well. I still think it looks a little weird over there. I kind of wish it was better, but... And it's kind of funny, I was originally thinking that these were going to be much larger, and that's why I left a lot of this space empty. I think, knowing now the actual size of them, I'd probably make this area just a little bit smaller. Yeah, there we go. That looks a lot better. And then this way we can actually create a little bit better of a space for here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Kind of wish this lined up a little better. It doesn't really fit in with this, but I don't really think that there's much we can do about it. I think that would probably be the best bet. Yeah. But I think it looks good. I do want to try and maybe clean up some of these just a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks pretty good, and then I think we are going to leave a lot of these spaces either empty. Maybe we'll do some shops on this side. I think that could be good. Make like a little restaurant row. I really like the layout of it. I went ahead and got rid of those shops because I think what we're going to try to do is do like a canal and actually put in the sea creatures right here too, just because I don't want to leave sea life enclosure. It does have to be on the coast, but I think if we do like some quay walls and then actually pump in some water, we could turn this middle section into a nice little sea life enclosure. But then we would I would delete all this and actually do like a slope right here and put some rocks in there, make it look good, and then we would turn all these roads into bridges. And so I think it would actually look really cool. I think it's a good opportunity for us to do something cool. But I really like how this turned out. I like the front, I like the colors, I like that a lot of people are using it. I think it was smart that we did the parking lot, which it looks like from right, yeah, you can see quite a few people are using it, which is great. And I really like that we did the RV park around it. I like these entrances. I think the whole area just looks really cool. Doing zoos in these parks is probably one of the most exciting things for me in this game, just because it really, you don't have to follow any hierarchy with this. You don't need to worry about traffic or anything, whereas with roads it's a little more complicated because you do need to pay attention to traffic and so on. But let me know what you think. On the next episode we are going to probably do this, and then we are also going to finally do the park right here, and I got some really cool ideas. I'm excited to let you guys see it. And then I have a really cool idea for a new interchange right here too, because we got this whole mess. It just doesn't really make sense. And this whole area is just, I mean, look at this, way backed up. I mean, the traffic probably just goes way under there and it all leads into here. And so we just need to reconfigure this and give this area some more access. And so yeah, let me know if you liked the episode. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, I have new episodes coming out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll catch you on the next one.